Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the generation that's probably brings to you. Wait, no, no, this is not the right show for that.
No.
Um, let's see. I am the best there is, the best there. Oh,
No.
mm. Oh, oh. What's going on, people? What's going on? The heavy hitters is in the building. As we already know, you are now tuning in to the post game reaction. I'm your boy, the six man K Styles. To my stage left, we got Bad Mike Sports. And at the
Yeah.
bottom of the screen, we got Jew Talk Sports.
Yes, sir.
Where the victory bell at? Where the victory bell at? Victory screech! I ain't screeching over here. So, as y'all already know, the Atlanta Falcons have defeated the New Orleans Saints 24 to 15 in a complete team victory on multifacets of the game. As we already gonna say, man, it wasn't pretty. It was ugly. But that's how you take control back of the division. What you got to say on that, Mike?
This is what we always say when it comes down to a team game. And I know I got these um nut lickers right now trying to say, well, Desperado played bad. No, he did not play bad. If you know anything about football, it was a couple of missed on both interceptions. Bijan didn't round the route off, and then I think it was a combination of bad personnel with Van Jefferson and Arthur Smith, understanding that he's not the type of wide receiver that's going to go attack the ball like that. That's not his skill set. So I thought that was bad personnel. We thought that was bad personnel, but those are two good those are two good plays. Like I said, sometimes it comes down to execution. Like if Bijan, and this is something that Michael Rothstein even tweeted out himself. Like Bijan needed to round that route off. Like you had two receivers in the same vicinity. That should never happen, especially to a wide receiver because he was a bit too deep. He needed to round it off so he can be able, and he ended up tipping the ball, and it obviously um, one for the interception. But there was a number of things there in that position where I thought, it's like I like to be honest, man. I would take I would take a bad result than a bad play. I don't think that play with Jefferson was a bad throw. I don't think the one with Bijan Robinson was a bad throw or just a bad play. I thought the result ended up bad, but this is football. We see this across the league where things just don't go your way, and then you have to try, hopefully believe in your team that things will end up going right, and that's what the Falcons did. I think what we saw too was Arthur Smith really coming to his zone as a play caller with this particular team because what he did early in the game was none short of genius, man. Getting Tyler Algier, CP kind of got it going a little early, and then he started using Bijan the way he needed to use him. We saw the full potential of what Bijan Robinson could be in this game. So I think this is a great. We saw Kyle Pitts, and I'm proud of him because y'all know how critical I've been of him with his route running. I saw on a couple of plays he ran exceptional routes as a tight end, and I haven't seen that consistently. And we starting to see Janu slow down a little bit as far as his age is starting to kind of get to him. You seeing him kind of slow down a bit. He's still Janu, but I thought it was a couple of lazy plays here where he got hold and things like that. But like I said, these things happen. These things happen. But at the end of the day, man, we're just seeing a team that's like it's going to be mistakes, and we're seeing that across the league. Mistakes are going to happen in the NFL. You're going to see turnovers. You're going to see bad plays. You're going to see bad calls. but it's all about picking your boy up, picking your brother up when they make mistakes and say, look, yeah, you made a mistake, that get back to it. And this is, completely what the Falcons, did today.
All right, so before we get the Jew right quick, let's go ahead and read off a couple things that happened. As we already know, the New Orleans Saints out. They were better at time possession at 31-29. No, 32-28. My bad. Out game 444, 396. Falcons had 168 passing yards to 228 rush yards, 5 penalties, 2 turnovers on a total of 62 plays. And as we already know, the Falcons were a 2-point underdog as far as Vegas concerned. So, regardless of what the hell happened, you got to win the games you play. Go ahead, Drew. What you got, folks?
As you would say, K, well.
Well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you guys Wednesday night, Desmond Ritter's going to throw another interception, but it's how you bounce back. In this game, you heard Mike talking about it. That first pick, Bijan Robinson just stops his route altogether. I don't know if he stopped it because he seen Demario Davis was getting ready to tee off on him, but he stops altogether. Two guys was in the same vicinity, meaning somebody ran the wrong route, but Bijan Robinson literally stopped in the middle of his route. And I know that wasn't his route, the way that he stopped. That's the reason that Desmond Ridder threw that ball. So sometimes when we just look at interceptions, you got to look at it for what it's worth. Like, look at the full play. Is this just he's throwing it up like in the Commanders game where he literally just threw it up in the back of the end zone and we clearly seen like that was just a terrible throw? Or is it a reason behind it? And the two interceptions, like he said, you don't throw Van Jefferson a fade. He's not a guy that's going to attack the ball. He's a guy that's more of a speedster, take the top off the defense. He's a route runner. You throw that type of pass to a Drake London, a Kyle Pitts. Those are the guys who high point the ball. Still no excuse because Van Jefferson, he still didn't do much to fight for the ball. He didn't run back to the ball at all. He just allowed Tyrann Mathieu to intercept the ball. But I'm just proud of this team, the way that they kept fighting. They fought tooth and nail. We know the Saints are our bitter rivals, but these guys never gave up. The real reason why we won this game, what I always talk about, Kay, is 2 to 3 plays in the game that's going to swing the pendulum in your favor. The biggest play in this game was the peanut punch by Jesse Bates. They was in the red zone getting ready to take the lead. Jesse Bates said no, slammed the door on it. Taysom Hill gets a big run, picked up the first down, but Jesse Bates never gives up on plays. Never gives up on plays. That's just smart. Punching the ball out when you know Taysom Hill basically gave up. He's going to the ground. And he's like, no, I'm not giving up on this play. I'm about to get this ball back for our team. And that's why I said that he's worth every penny we paid him because for whatever reason, Jesse Bates,
he does not quit. He doesn't quit. He always thinks he's in it, Jew.
Yeah, he never gives up. He never gives up. And that's a mentality. He never gives up. Similar to what we've seen with Winfield with the Buccaneers at that safety position where Ritter's trotting along, going to the, about to walk into the end zone. And what happens? He punches the ball at the last second. That's what you're seeing with Jesse Bates. That dude is a problem. And then the other player that I want to talk about in this game were two players. We've been talking about it before the body finally gave them the ball. Tyler Algier, Cordell Patterson. Those guys, they just bring that energy, that life to this team because of their mentality. This team is a running team. You've seen at the end of the game, I've never seen Demario Davis. He was literally missing tackles at the end of the game because he was wore out. He didn't want nothing, no more of that Tyler Algier and Cordell Patterson, that tandem coming downhill. Our offensive line whooped them in the fourth quarter. That's Falcons football. That last drive, when it's 3 or 4 minutes left in the game, usually when Dan Quinn was here, those are games we blow. Yeah, the whole offensive line get a game ball. But those dudes was literally mauling them boys at the end of the game. But just to go, and I'll cut it here because I know you guys want to get in here too, Don. I'm going to just say this. What we've seen at the end of the game, that's what I like to see. Physical football, downhill. Those guys didn't want nothing, and that's how you end games. We always talk about it. The Falcons will always blow games at the end because we couldn't play the 3-minute, 4-minute football methodically, run the ball down when they know we got to run the ball. These guys knew we were going to run the ball, and what did we do? Move another man against his will. You seen Tyler Algier. You seen Cordell Patterson. You seen Bijan Robinson. You seen that offensive line literally say, "We finna run it. What you gonna do about it?" And I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, Don, go ahead. Go ahead. What you got on?
Drew just took it away from me, but that offensive line, man, I'm talking about. This is like the most physical I've seen this offensive line play all year long. And mainly shouts out to Chris Lisson and Caleb McGarry. I swear they look like the Steiner brothers out there, man. I had to throw the Steiner brothers out.
Damn.
Steiner ride.
Shout out to Michigan yesterday for winning the game against Ohio State, but anyway. But yeah, like I really love what I've seen with the offensive line. But this is what happens when you establish that run and you get the confidence of the offensive line. So when you get into passing situations, they're gonna do their job. They have defense. I felt like they played well. Nate Lamon, Caden Ellis, they really did a great job at controlling that defense today. And I've seen a lot. Like I think Jerry Gray was doing a lot today, as far as the secondary goes. We've seen a lot of Hellums. We've seen a lot of Mike Hughes. He was out there. So I think they're trying to get a feel who they're gonna try to have get more snaps down the stretch. But I like that as well. So we're not just putting Abernathy out there, putting D'Offer out there. Like everybody's gonna get an opportunity to showcase what they can do in the secondary. But this was a must-win game, and we win in the game, and we beat their asses. So the series is now tied, and I feel like the last game of the season we're gonna go to New Orleans and we're gonna whoop their ass again.
Hold on. I gotta put somebody up here on the Summer Jam screen. Juan, before we do that, man, we got a special song.
Oh shit! You really just said that. I already know where you're going.
Okay. Okay. That's
Hold
cute.
on, let's sing the song. Yeah, I was about to say. So you're mad that they won? I look. And he got Falcons for life on here, but he mad that the Falcons won.
Right. K-Styles, you ready?
Let you go ahead and start off.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Run the damn ball. Run the damn ball. I hold the Dario. Run the damn ball.
Now, look. I was about to say I was actually going to ask this question later on, but I was going to ask what was going to be the complaint. He did it right here. This dude literally mad that they won.
Well, see, technically, he's a Saints and Falcons clothing, but I'm gonna ask all you out here in the chat and online, Ritter haters, get on your knees and tell me you love me. But hey, man, shout out to the Falcons, man. I am so proud of the offense, proud of the defense. The one thing I said a couple shows back, they did. When you got a lot of weapons, you use them in a rotation. That way, everybody gets a chance to get the ball, and that's what was done. Now, there was somebody in the chat that said that Ritter threw an interception, and like Mike said, the quarterback's job is to distribute the ball. The receiver's job are to make the catches. You cannot make a catch not fighting for the ball. You cannot make a catch with the defender in front of you. All right, let's put that to rest. Ritter threw the ball the way he should have. It is not his fault that his men weren't executing. But it's not what happens when you make a mistake, it's how you bounce back. And I told Mike and them, I didn't hear Dahlman's name at all in our chat but one time.
Thank you.
One time.
Hold on. Thank you, Jesus. We didn't hear his name.
Right. And when we brought in certain players, the first thing I thought of, okay, we're going to implement the run game. We played Falcons football, like Juice said. And that fourth quarter is the recipe to walk into the playoffs. They can't stop the run it down their throat, wear them out, and win the game. Simple as that. We didn't do nothing cute. We played our game. And also kudos to Ritter, because if y'all remember, this was his first game in the NFL playing last season that he lost. So he got that get back.
So,
That's
so
all today.
Oh, whoa.
So
Y'all see this?
Ragon was in the press box.
Do y'all understand the significance of that statement, though?
Ooh.
Wow. That's a huge difference maker right there.
Yeah, Don is right there with me.
So basically he can see it.
He can
from
see
a higher
what's
point.
Right.
He can see it from a higher point. So
he's
now
usually on the ground. He's usually on the sideline with him.
It's something about that all 22 view that make the game a whole lot different.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of figured that what Ragon was, because even when you remember when Beretta had that touchdown past the Bijan, like Arthur Smith was over there talking to him after that, and I'm like, okay, where Ragon at?
Mm-hmm.
So he was in the press box.
So Falcons for Life is in his feelings right now. He said we're calling out his fandom because he said he's mad because we beat the injured Saints team. So he mad because we said he'll be happy if we'll be happy if we lost to an injured team.
First of all, we got injured players on our team. Goofball.
I'm finna tell you like this: if players get injured on the team, the other team ain't gonna let down on us if our players get injured. So
man, you dumb refs wasn't calling the calls. They was horse collaring and passionately holding on the jerseys. But you mad that we won?
I ain't never seen
Cordell Patterson at 3D, and then he called one penalty.
I ain't never seen a Falcon fan mad that we won because their players got hurt.
He ain't a Falcon fan. I told you he a Saints fan dressed up as a Falcon. Just because you got a Falcon name don't mean you bought the team.
Look, man, you need to get that residue coochie cream up off of you, because it's not good on you right now. It's not doing you any favors, because that's what you sound like, a hurt coochie.
I mean, he does subscribe to Thongscape, so what do you expect?
Like you up here mad because that's been the complaint, that we have an easy schedule and we're not winning against easy schedules, and then we beat a team that have a easy schedule or our rivals, then it's not that big of a deal. Make it make sense, bro.
A team that was a 2-point favorite to win against us.
Yeah, they was a favorite. They were favorite to win.
So, but like you said, the thing is, regardless on if players get injured or not, you still got to play to win the game. I don't give a fuck.
That part.
11 got hurt. I don't give a damn if our whole 11 got hurt. You got to play to win the game, because the one thing that you don't want to have happen is this particular game be the one that come down to the end of the season. Now you're going to be bitching and complaining about why the hell we didn't win this game. See,
right. We won what it mattered the most. All right. Derek Hughes said it himself, 3-0 in the division. We are winning where it matters most. Okay.
So let me ask you a question. So let's go. Let's look at nature. So if there's a wounded zebra, so the lions are supposed to say, no, I don't want to eat that because he's hurt.
That's the first thing they go after.
Man, look, that's easy pickings right there. Come on, bro. That's an easy meal.
That's the first thing even if a lion gets injured, the hyenas come and get him. They don't care nothing about him being the king of the jungle. He gets eaten.
Right.
But see, K-Style, a lot of them don't understand the totality of what we've been in, because they showed the numbers on the screen. This is the first time in a long time that the Falcons are 3-0 in their division. Do y'all understand what that means outside of our record? That means right now, we win some more games, we literally fall into the playoffs.
With a home game.
Yes. Yes. That's what y'all gotta understand. We got most of our wins at home. That means that now we can control the crowd, we can control the energy. And Drew, correct me if I'm wrong. I always have a saying, it's not who you play in the playoffs, it's how you play. So wouldn't that bear to having the energy on your side and in your favor in the playoffs?
Correct. Styles make fights. Styles make fights. So at the end of the day, I don't want to hear nothing. The first thing you come into a season saying is win your division. That's the first goal. You want to get to the playoffs, win your division, and you walk right into the playoffs. The only reason the Bucs got into the playoffs last year, let's be real, is because that phantom penalty against Grady Jarrett. That last game we beat the Bucs last year would have been a game to play to see who goes to the playoffs. But because we lost that first game on that phantom sack for Grady Jarrett, what they call the phantom roughing the passer, that last game meant nothing, even though we beat the Bucs in that last game of the season. So that's why when that whole phantom call happened, I say that this is going to be the play that could keep us out of the playoffs. And Lord forbid, that was the play that kept us out of the playoffs. Let's be real.
Hey, I got some more numbers here too. Like I said, I want to definitely give out a shout out to Bijan Robinson. He had a hell of a game today. Outside of a couple drops and some miscues right there, like you said, he played pretty well. But let me go and give y'all some numbers right quick. Out of the 62 plays the Falcons ran today, 41 of them came in the run game. You had 16 for 91 from Bijan Robinson and 1 touchdown. Okay. Tyler Algier, 10 carries, 64 yards. Cordero Patterson, 8 for 43. And Desmond Ridder, 7 for 30.
Safe to say, your boy Terry Fontenot was fired up about this win. He wanted this badly.
Yep.
Yeah, he wanted this one. And
yep, he did.
To further the point, see, this is the reason why we're going to continuously ignore certain people, because like y'all say y'all want wins and then you turn around, you win games, and that's an excuse for winning games. So if y'all gonna be that type of stuff, we just gonna ignore most of your comments, right? We're gonna ignore most of it, but that's what we're not gonna do. All right.
Right. So let me ask everybody a question, man. So in this whole game, man, who was your player of the game?
I gave you mine, Kay. I already gave you mine. Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates changed this game. Pick 6, punching that ball out. He was the biggest signing for this Falcons team. I said it was going to be Calais Campbell. I stand corrected. As much as we tell you I told you so, y'all can tell me y'all told me so. He was the biggest reason, because they were getting ready. They were up 3-0 when he comes up with that pick 6 in the red zone. So not only did he have a pick 6 in the red zone, he punches the ball out from Taysom Hill in the red zone. So that's at least 2 field goals, 6 points they would have had guaranteed. He punches the ball out. He takes 1 pick 6. He flips the game twice, because they go up, say 10-0. They go up 6-0. Who knows what they got all the momentum. He intercepts the ball and takes it back to the house. Everybody in the building goes crazy. The momentum was back in your favor. You up 7-3. Then they getting ready to go down again and score. He comes out and don't give up on the play, punch the ball out, get the ball back to the offense. That's what we call complementary football. When you throw an interception, when you get a fumble, the way you make up for it, you go get the ball back to your offense. That's what he did twice. So I gotta give it to Jesse Bates. He gets 2 game balls. The punch out, they should give it to him, and that interception, he should be going home with 2 souvenirs.
Okay. What you got, Mike? What you got, Mike? What you thinking?
Um, I'm gonna give it to the young fella Bijan. I think at this point in time, and there was so many expectations on him, so it's easy to get clouded and even falter under all that pressure that people are putting on him. It's like I'm seeing tweets on Twitter about, oh, he looked like a video game. It's like, no, he don't. He looked like a football player. It's like he's not. He's not a video game. He's not all this type of stuff. But I like how he doesn't let those things get to him. And you can see it in his personality. He don't let all that stuff get into his head. Um, and today, after a few mistakes, I mean, you saw towards the end of the game, he and Tyler Algier was running that thing late in the game. Like they were the reason why we closed that game out. So if we're gonna give these guys hell, we got to give them some love on top of it. So I do like Bijan Robinson, but I also got to give it to Arthur Smith. A lot of people probably saying to themselves like, and I've stated time and time again, I don't think the play calling has been an issue. Now, at certain periods of time, like the Van Jefferson, it's like, all right, now you can kind of say, all right, maybe that's a little bit of scheme issue or personnel issue more so than scheme, but personnel issue. I can understand that. But the way he used our three stars today, I think um he really used he and that chemistry between um Drake London and Desmond Ritter is really starting to get good. You gotta really watch that. They guys are getting really good. And then I like how Pitts is running his tight end routes a lot more crisp with a little bit more a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more passion in it. So I love what I'm seeing there. And like I said, I, I'm gonna be honest, man. I think the MVP of this offense is probably the offensive line is Matthew Bergeron. This kid he's not giving up a lot of sacks. He's not making a lot of mistakes. He's not jumping off sides. He's not holding guys. It's like that is unprecedented for offensive lineman. So I think this kid is gonna be a fucking superstar. I think he's going to be a freaking superstar. I really believe that because this is not easy for an offensive lineman to come in this league and to come in against some of the best defensive linemen in the league, and he's playing these guys 1-on-1. And granted, he got Jake Matthews next to him, but I just love how they bounce back, and maybe they had a lot to do with this offbeat, but I love how those guys like they came to fight, man. The one thing you want to do is handle your business in house. They handled their business in house. They did not give up a touchdown, but like I said, I like how Arthur used our three running backs this time. He used those guys to absolute perfection today.
God damn it, Mike, you done took mine, but it's all
Shit.
good.
God
He
damn
took
it.
my
I'm
he
sorry.
took mine.
I'm sorry.
You are cause yeah, like you said, man, they was running behind Bergeron like a mug today, man. And like I said, I definitely had to give him shouts out for that. But I'm gonna go with Parker Hesse, man, because it's like
Oh.
I'm gonna go with a Parker Hesse. I mean, like you said, it doesn't show up in the stat sheets,
Mm-hmm.
but if you look at a lot of those runs that the Falcons were successful on, he was sealing the edge. And like you said, even with a Kyle Pitts and a John Smith, those two type of guys at tight end are not the types that's going to be real, like, major blockers in the run game. And like Michael Pruitt, he's kind of like in between. Like I said, you don't see him that much, but if you look at a lot of those big runs, especially early in the games, Parker Hesse was on the field, and he was sealing those outsides pretty well, and
Mm-hmm.
it definitely helped make Bergeron look a whole lot better too. It's just the whole running game. The whole running game was the key to this game, man. And if I want to give a second one, I'm just gonna say shout out to the defense. Defense didn't give up a touchdown all game.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give up a touchdown all game. We look. We know what Taysom Hill's gonna do when he get in the goddamn game. And I said Wednesday too. He's liable to throw. He's liable to drop one on the ground. And damn it, he did it again.
He sure did.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, they're deep. But mine, I'm just gonna have to go with the defense. Like I said, they gave up a lot of yards. But the thing is, I would rather have a defense give up a bunch of yards and no touchdowns than anything.
Right.
Like you said, Richie Grant, like somebody said earlier in the chat, they were playing a lot of 3 safety sets on the defense. They had Richie playing that linebacker. Like I said, it worked for him. We have to throw shit at the TV with him and cover.
Yeah, they actually had Hill in deep. That's the crazy part. Hill was actually playing deep a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, hey man, you saw Caden Ellis. He was getting in the backfield, getting some tackles for losses. But I still need him to finish up on some sacks. But like I said, he had an overall decent game, so I ain't gonna fault him on that too much. But mainly defense gave up 5 field goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What more can you ask?
Clutch. Yeah. That's clutch.
Mine was I got 2 of them. Mine was the offensive line and Ritter. And the reason I say Ritter is because after that young man got sat for 2 games, came in the last half, showed a little bit. He actually commanded his team. He knew his guys had his back. He went out there and played the game like he wanted to win. And even with the mistakes, he didn't let the mistakes bother him. Mm-hmm. He continued to play his game. Mm-hmm. And shout out to the O-line for doing their job. You know what I'm saying? Allowing Bijan and them to get going, allowing Ritter to do what he did. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. And now, Mike, you commented on it too. On while I was watching the game. Ritter had enough wherewithal to see that blitz and be the slippery person we saw in the games in last year and still make a play downfield. Uh-huh. And that bodes well to that young man having heart and enough, in him to be like, look, this our house, we gonna win this game. Amongst everything everybody said, this young man came out and played the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can move, man. He was moving around. Like I said, these are the reasons why we say if you just give him time to find himself and give them time to find themselves as a team, this team can really be something special because you're finally getting the stops. You're finally getting the personnel on the defensive side of the ball where everybody and like you got a stud at safety. I stood at safety with Jesse Grant. Jesse Grant. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, Mike. Okay, don't do that to me. But you got to stud with Jesse Bates there, man. I was thinking Jesse Grant because but I was thinking of them 2 together because of what Richie did. I forget what play it was on.
Some of that at the end, we punched the ball out.
He punched the ball out. That's what it was. He pulled at Jesse Bates. Jesse punched it out early in the game, and he punched it out at the back. That's what I was thinking. But I actually had both of them in my head at the same time.
But you know what though, and I said this earlier, and I know Drew can back me up on this. People have an issue with how our team is developing, but the one thing you want is you want your quarterback and offensive line to actually grow together. Because you gotta understand, once all of them know each other's jobs backwards and forwards, and they're playing second nature, that's a dangerous offense. Because now Ritter can do damn near anything he wants, and his men are gonna be on top of it. You don't want the offense to have to be gel together, and then the quarterback a new quarterback have to come in and catch up. You don't want that. You want them all as one unit.
Mm-hmm. I 100% back you up on that, man. That's what my biggest gripe was. Everybody's like, why you so passionate and upset when they bitch Ritter? It's like you're hitting the reset button. You guys know the 2 weeks that we had Taylor Heineke in there, what was happening? Miscommunication. He throwing the ball behind people. They're running the wrong routes. You've seen a little bit of that today But I feel like if you didn't bench Ritter those 2 games, I don't think in this game you have some of the mistakes that we're seeing is all chemistry based. Like I keep saying it, it's not anything that the other team is doing. That interception by Honey Badger, he's just in the right place at the right time when Bijan stops his route. But those are like minor mistakes. So that's why people just want to look at it's a turnover. Yes, it's a turnover, but what is the reasons of why these turnovers are happening? That's what I look at as a coach. Is my quarterback throwing the ball on a comeback route in cover 2 where a guy's sitting on that? Those are the type of things I'm looking at. When you look at film, you look at those type of things. As a good head coach, you look at those things. And I want to say one other thing. Y'all talking about putting what's name was up in the press box. If Smith go for it one more time on 4th and 2 when we down 3-0, I'm gonna put him in the press box.
Everybody has a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. The only reason why I didn't have a problem with it is because who got the damn ball. If you hand that ball to Tyler Algier, I don't think most of us have a problem with that. But being that it didn't go to, you ran that damn. What they ran? I think they were like an option or some shit like that.
No, I'm gonna tell you what the problem. Because like I said, I would rather took the 3 on that play. But I think if you was gonna go for it. I don't think motioning Caleb McGarry on a read.
You know what? That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
I don't think that's the exact type of play you want to run on 4th and 2 where you motioning your right tackle.
But I think Keith Smith actually missed a block on there too. He missed a block, so it caused confusion not only with him, but yeah, that play. Like I said, if that play goes to Tyler Algier, I don't have a problem with that. The only reason why I did have a problem with that is because it didn't go to him. I don't like that's your short yardage back. Like if you don't get it with him, you don't deserve to get it.
Right. Well, the reason I say that, Mike, and I hear where you're coming from, and I appreciate him being aggressive, but it's the same thing I said about Auburn yesterday. Make it make sense. Right. Every game has, like, if they up 7-0, okay, you looking at it, man, this might be a barn burner. We can't afford
that
to
was
get
just
right here.
That was just done by Auburn. That was
make it make sense. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm saying, okay, tied up 3-3, so we had 0-0 again. I understand you want to be aggressive, but it's early in the game, because what he don't understand is when you don't get that 3 points and then you get turnover on downs, that's momentum. I'm big on momentum. That's why I keep talking about momentum. When they got that, I'm like, you killing the momentum in the team. You don't want to kill the morale of the team. Even though we kept fighting, it's like, I understand. I trust in my guys. I'm fine with that. But I'm like,
I think he did though, Jude. That's what I killed, because LT said the same thing. I think he did trust in his team, but not the offensive side. It was the defense side, and then right after that, he got the pick 6. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's 2 ways to be aggressive, offensively and defensively. Special teams is just ignorant, in my opinion. I don't like being aggressive on special teams.
The special teams now, Mike. No.
Look, I don't want to be out here calling reverse. I knew Kel would go get. I knew he was gonna say something, but I think he did. He believed that his defense was playing well at the time. It look, in hindsight, looking at it, it was a dumb play. But when you have a defense that's playing the way they are, I thought they had momentum at that time. And obviously it worked out. But like I said, those can go it's just whoever likes it. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. It's just, if it work, it better freaking work. That's why most of us think. All right. So it didn't work. And like I said, the only reason why I did not like it is because it didn't go to Tyler Algier.
Normally when you want them short yardages, you gotta have your bruiser in there if you're gonna go for it.
Yeah, I don't want no look.
No. Here's what happened. Like you said, they was gonna do it with Tyler, but the problem was they got blew up right as soon as the ball was snapped.
The
gap was destroyed. So Desmond had to take it, because if he didn't take it, Tyler would have got it up for -4 yards. But this is why I was on the cusp of saying, like, I'd rather just take the 3, because even if you do trust in your defense, and like you say, even if you take the 3, it doesn't mean he doesn't trust his defense. But what it is you're taking the pressure off of them. You're putting points on the board to where it's like, okay, now, oh shit, now I gotta force myself to make a play to compensate for the fact that we didn't get points. Now,
Yeah, so
the thing is, even if you kick the field goal, even if Cool would have missed it, now I would have been fine if he would have missed it. I'd have been pissed off he missed it, but I'd have rather took that because you're making a play where you're trying not to make it be a situation where now that 3 points becomes a factor later on in the game.
and
That's
speaking,
my point, K.
yeah,
That's my point, K.
That's where LT was coming on with it. That's what we was talking about. Why we was
I,
kind of disagreeing on it.
I still believe in my running game. That's
And
why
that
I don't.
I take
That's
the
my
3
damn
points.
thing. I fuck a special team and fuck 3 points. I want
I'm
7.
taking the
All
three
right.
points, man. Fuck you too, then. I take
Mm-hmm.
them 3 points.
We'll be doing that shit all day. I give me Tyler Algier. Look, I give me Tyler Algier and with 2 yards left. If I can't look, that's my thing. If I can't get 2 yards with Tyler Algier, we don't deserve to win. 3 points is not. We've been played all year with 3 points, getting field goals. If we can't get 2 yards and a touchdown, we don't fucking deserve to win. That's
but you,
just again. But all this is hindsight because we've been kicking field goals. I'm tired of seeing field goals, and sometimes not kicking field goal gets us in trouble. So look, we just scoring. At the end of the day, Falcons fans just scoring this year. We're not scoring touchdowns.
well, you know what too? With that, anytime it come down to a division rival, they always gonna play us tough. They're gonna play us tough. So those games we got to, like you said, pull out all the stops. If it's any other team, yeah, you may get away with some of that stuff. But when it comes down to that, yeah, we have to play our most
You gotta,
disciplined football especially when you go against the Saints, because they gonna play us tough.
and
You
that's
saw what they
where
were
Kev
doing.
coming from. That's exactly what Kev. You got to be more disciplined. But like the reason why I said that because I'm not afraid of the Saints. That bro, they ass.
Well, no, I ain't afraid of them by no means.
That's why that's why I was saying like if we playing the damn Philadelphia Eagles and we doing shit like that, yeah, we got some problems. I got some problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I guess it's probably me. Who I'm playing probably.
I think, like, look. I'm about to say, if it was like in the second quarter or something, and it's like right before halftime, I can understand it.
Oh, it
But
was,
like,
wasn't it? It was at
nah, that was in
halftime.
the first quarter. It was in the first quarter.
Yeah,
It was in the first quarter because I literally just turned the game on from church, and I was finna throw my TV out the back door, and I was like, "We lose this game. If we lose this
Oh, it
game,
was 6. It
Sean
was
Smith
like
gonna have to see me."
6-3 or
That's what I was
something like
thinking.
that.
Nah, it was
It was
7-0.
3-0.
It was 7-3.
3-0.
No,
It
it
was
was 3-0.
3-0.
No, we scored the
3-0.
touchdown after that. It was
Yeah, it was
3-0.
3-0. It was
3-0. That's why I was looking at my TV like, why in the hell are we going for it on 4th and 2 and we can tie the game right here? I'm like, Young Way Kool-Aid must be broke. He must be really hurt. That's why they going for it. They going for it right now because I heard his back was injured. So I'm like, okay, Young Way Kool on he in the blue tent, and that's the reason we going for it. But then when I looked at it, I'm like, hold up, he's out there. So I'm like, I didn't understand the logic, and I understand what Mike's coming from because sometimes it's a mentality. Some people are more aggressive than others. But my thing is just choose. Like I'm a type of person, I'm gonna choose when to be aggressive. In that situation, it's just like when he went for 2 points. I was like, why are you going for 2 points right here? I'd rather you prefer you go for 2 points when you need 2 points. Not I'm just gonna do it because I'm ultra aggressive. And that's what rubbed me the wrong way because I'm like, this could either make you a genius or trust me, we would have lost this game. This is going to be the first question they ask you. If you lose by 3 or you lose by 2 is, well, you were in the first quarter, 3-0, you decided not to kick the field goal. And that's my issue with it. But I understand he trusts in his team. My 2 issues, the timing of when you're doing it, and my second issue, like what y'all said, if you're going to go for it, you better be your best play to pick these two yards up.
That right there.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm not motioning my right tackle in a play that's going to the right tackle.
Man, y'all know all this bullshit because we won those games if it wasn't for that dumbass Richie Grant in the last 3 games or so. They've been picking on him.
And he got back. He got some get back. But you know what's funny though?
He got some get back. But all I'm saying, man, I guess my thing is I'd rather for my coach to continuously be aggressive because when you start second guessing yourself, that's when you end up like Dan Quinn.
but you know what's funny though? Them 3 points that K Styles won, number 3 ran it back for 6, so I was good with that.
Hey,
like,
but like you said, hindsight, you don't know. He may have got
yeah,
the pick 6
hindsight.
after that too.
That's
So,
yeah.
like you said, we could talk about, okay, he should have. The end of the day, he did, and we didn't, and we got the pick 6, and we was up 7-3.
Right.
So,
yeah,
it worked out.
my thing is, if you was gonna go for 2, if you're gonna go for it on 4th down, it should have been your bread and butter play where you knew you was gonna get 2 yards.
right.
I'm not calling a little like when I was looking at the motion, man, I was looking like, wait a minute, I know that ain't McGarry that's just motioning to the okay, they finna run to the left.
He went to an off balance line.
He went to off balance line and ran to he ran to the stank side of the line instead of the strong side of the line.
But you know what? But you know what I think changed the mentality of the game when Ritter ran them 2 first downs. They were like, "Oh, we got a problem," because now they didn't let Ritter loose.
Some of y'all need to shut up. Like, George, what the fuck are you talking about? We literally just saw it the whole 4th quarter.
He got a bread and butter play. He just didn't run it in that situation. And kind of going off what Juan said too, and one of the major things that helped this running game was that you established Desmond Ritter as a runner.
Right.
Oh my God.
Which is what we've been asking for.
Man, look, when you go back and look at the replay on them two drives, especially, they looked at it like, wait a minute, Ritter running? Oh, wait, coach.
We saw 3 of our running backs, including a quarterback, and you say with a straight face that he doesn't have a bread and butter play.
Oh, he got one. Run the ball. Don't matter who get it. Run the ball.
What one? Say that again. What you just said. Say it again.
Our bread and butter players run the ball. It don't matter who get it.
It don't matter who get it. That's the bread and butter.
But like I said, by you establishing Ritter early as a runner and as a guy that could be a threat to running the football, what ended up happening was, now I don't know if anybody paid attention. Now them linebackers are second guess. Okay, do I need to be spying this guy? And that gives you that split second. That's why Bijan was getting them shits outside just like that. That's why Tyler in the 4th quarter was getting them like that, because now you've established the quarterback as a running back, as a guy that can run the football. It opens up the run game, and what it does is it makes your linebackers hesitant, which
hesitate in the middle of the field. Yep.
Which allows plays in the middle of the field. Now I don't know why the hell they got away from it in the 3rd quarter, but like I said, once you saw it again, like I said, you saw. I just want everybody homework. Go look at the line after Ritter had those 2 runs in the first half. Look at those linebackers and tell me what the hell y'all saw. Go ahead,
but you know what else too is when I remember when they said, okay, Parker Hesse coming in the game. What that blocking did for Bijan was instill his confidence. If you notice that it made Bijan focus. Bijan wasn't trying to be too cute.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Christ.
He wasn't trying to be too cute. He shook somebody. He ran up as he started seeing, okay, these guys can block. I can actually do what I do. That man's confidence got it. So when he started getting the ball, he was, he did his thing. And I think that catch touchdown kind of helped him too. Because remember, he was dropping passes at first. And like I said before, it was almost like he didn't even expect to get the ball.
They jailbroke on that touchdown pass. Hey, Christy said, I'd never seen so many Saints fans abandon the sports bar so fast.
Hold on, who said that?
Christy.
Oh my God, really?
All right. Hey, we got a special guest right now. What you got, man?
That motherfucker ain't no special. Look at him already. He ain't fucking special.
I want to say this poem again. For everybody.
Oh no, absolutely.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. Don't
Nope.
do
No,
it.
no
This is a
skip.
PG show.
No skip.
No.
No skip.
Mm-mm.
Look.
Hey, man.
This ain't the Skip and Osho show. All right, man. What's going on? What's going on,
Hey,
man?
look, let me tell you something. Bro, when Jesse Bates caught that damn pick six, I thought the damn walls of that bar were going to come down. Because, boy, that thing score. My goodness. If it was any way to set the tone for that game, get it started off, that was the way right there. That's why we paying Jesse Bates the money we paying him, man. I still got a few issues with Desmond and the turnovers, but oh no, felt like Arthur could have called it, but again, he should have ran the ball more instead of damn trying to make Des throw the damn ball all the time. But at the end of the day, we got the dub, man. We made it do what it do. All about every Saints fan I seen on TV was disappointed as hell. But that just made my whole damn day.
Think about it. They lost to Desmond Ritter led Falcons. You know how demoralizing that's gonna sound for them?
Man, to be honest with you, they should have lost to the Desmond Ritter led Falcons last year in New Orleans.
But wait. See, but what turned it around? Because I'm watching the replays on it. Like you said, when Richie Grant punched that ball out, because they thought they was about to score. They thought they was about to score and take it up, man. When he punched that ball out, we got it back.
You talking about when old dude caught it and Richie punched it out? I thought you were talking about the one Jesse had punched out for the fumble.
No. When Richie punched it out and we got the ball back, oh yeah, they were looking like, wait a minute, this ain't supposed to happen. We supposed to stay in first place.
Yeah, right. And boy, the look on Cam Jordan's face on the side.
Cam walked off like
that boy walked off with 3 minutes left in the game. I'm like, wow, I ain't never seen that happen before.
Sore loser, lehu. Say her.
and CK here said nearing the end of the season, all three backs look fresh.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Bijan, man.
But that's exactly what we was talking about.
Exactly, man. Bijan look good out there, man. He looked good out there today.
Mm-hmm. Jay said, "Saint fan won't car out of town now."
Wow.
Derek Carr ain't the only one they want out of town. They want Pete Carmichael ass out of there too.
Oh wow! I know this ain't Kale. What the numbers on the rushing game? This can't be true.
It was about 200 and hold on, let me see. I just read it too. I think it wasn't 250. It was close to.
I think it was like 230 or something like that.
230. It was 230.
Good God Almighty! That's crazy.
And another thing too, boy, I seen how when Cordero Patterson was getting on the boy's ass on that sideline, boy.
Now I'm gonna tell you what Cordero Patterson changed the game where he ran over goddamn Alonde Taylor and them boys.
Now look here. You were playing a man's game. You were a little boy. Sit your little ass down.
And oh hell no! As what Ritter had passing, he had 168 yards on 13 of 21 attempts, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and the main key factor, 0 sacks.
Yes, sir.
Hey
man, it was a couple of them that I thought he was done, but he got out of there. And that's another thing I liked about Ritter too. When he didn't see nothing, he took off and got the yards and got first down. Kept the drive alive.
That's it.
He kept the drive alive, man.
That's what he's capable of. That's the thing is you just got to take time to kind of get used to the speed of the game. But you see it start to slow down with him.
Yeah. Yeah. He still got to cut down on the interceptions, but you see progress with it.
Right. All right. So here's a question here. I want everybody to go ahead and answer it. Then we probably get off of here. This will be the last question. He said, what are some of the things that you took from this game that we can improve on for next week?
Doing exactly what you needed to do before. All right. I didn't see the Falcons didn't abandon anything. They didn't start anything new. All they did was understand their personnel more. So I didn't really see a change in the offense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they just did what they stuck to what they are, and it's like they use every one of those weapons in except for the one on the sideline with with Van Jefferson. I thought Van Jefferson could have been a little bit more aggressive, but that's not his nature.
Mhm.
So I'll say that's a mistake, the offense that I didn't see. And that unbalanced line, what Kel was talking about, those are the two mistakes that I see. They got a little bit too cute.
Mhm. All right. What you got, Night Ride? What do you think they need to work? What do you think they need to improve on for next week?
Just to cut down on the turnovers, man. Cut down on the turnovers, but that's a work in progress right there. And another thing too, Ryan Nielsen don't need to just send the whole house every time, because every time he sent the house, from what I saw, so he sent the house, Derek Carr picking them apart. But when you went back to playing his normal defense, where he didn't send out the pressure, they were making plays, man.
They was running a lot of pick plays, illegal pick plays that wasn't getting called too. They run a lot of pick plays. That was kind of really pissing me off because those guys were literally chucking guys downfield and cutting guys off downfield, and that's actually is illegal, but they never called it against them.
They got to clean. The penalties too. They got to clean the penalties up, man.
Mm-hmm. I'll take that. Juan, what you got on that, man? What do you think they need to improve on for next week?
I would say, like I said, implement the run game a little bit more and continue to use that rotation. Use that rotation and move the pocket more. Because in these later games, the closer you get to the playoffs, teams are going to look at this film and say, okay, we're going to try to stop them with this. We need to move the pocket more, kind of use RPO just a little bit more, because now it's about throwing teams off. Because like I said, we already set the trap and said, hey, we're going to give Bijan more touches. So in that's what the Saints were prepared for. But when we started using people like Ritter and all that, we threw a wrench in their plans, and now they had to regroup. So we need to learn to keep teams off balance.
Mm-hmm. What you got on it, Jew? What did you see from this game that they need to work on for next week?
So things that we can improve upon, and I'll agree with what Juan said. I want to see Tyler getting 10 touches, at least 10 touches a game. I want to see Bijan, and I want to see CP. That three-headed monster, when he said, what's our bread and butter is the run game, period. Three of those guys need their touches because all of them bring a different element to the game. One play that I really loved in this game, and I think we should have used it more a little bit earlier this season, was the wheel route with Bijan Robinson out of the backfield when he was matched up against Mario Davis. I kept saying that Bijan Robinson reminds me of Tony Pollard. I kept making that comparison, but during our bye week, I watched the Buccaneers and the 49ers game, and I said, okay, that's exactly who you remind me of, Christian McCaffrey. We should be using Bijan Robinson similar to Christian McCaffrey, the way they use him as far as in the passing game and in the run game. And in this game with that wheel route, you seen how he ran away from DeMario Davis. He's just a mismatched nightmare because of his speed. So I want to see more wheel routes of him out of the backfield, challenging opposing linebackers deep. They can cover them little short routes, but when he takes the top off, because his top end speed, it was a no-brainer. He couldn't match up with him. So that's something that I want to see more of. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I think they played really well. I like what they implemented with adding the different safeties and using them in multiple ways.
Okay. That's all that. I thought you was gonna finish it up. I thought you was gonna finish it up.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, just keep that rotation of those three safeties.
Okay.
Richie Grant, Helms, I like what they did. And then also adjustment I think that they made during the bye week, Kyle Pitts. I seen them use him a little bit more on the outside. He was lined up a lot on the inside, more of a traditional tight end earlier. And one thing I noticed in this game, they were putting him and Drake London on the same side. And they was using him a little bit more as a wide receiver. If you guys remember when we had Matt Ryan the first year, they were using him a lot as a wide receiver. And I feel like Kyle Pitts used him on the outside as well because he's a mismatch nightmare as well, just like Bijan. He's not a traditional tight end. So use him as another wide receiver. And I mentioned that even in the red zone. I mentioned that in my 3 keys to victory. Use them guys on those fade routes. Like I said, that route they do to Van Jefferson, that's a route that Kyle Pitts and Drake London should be using a lot.
Van Jefferson not running a route like that at all.
Yeah, Van Jefferson's a top-end speed guy. He's a guy to take the top off. But if you want to throw a fade, back shoulder fade, I don't know how many times we've seen one-handed catches when Matt Ryan was playing with Kyle Pitts on those fade routes on the outside. So I want to see a little bit more of that, those back shoulders with London and with Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. I'll go off and say it like this. Like you said, just continue to feed the hot hand. I think when it came to that drive where Mike was talking about that 4th and 1, I think no. Was it that one? Yeah. But like you said, when Bijan was kind of getting his wheels going, and then they kind of went away from it a little bit. Like you said, that's the little nuance that I'm not gonna beat them because that shit gonna get beat to death all week. So I ain't gonna cover that. But basically, man, you just got to keep the intensity up, man. Like you said, man, you're at a point in juncture right now where you have you gotta play to win the game. You can't play to lose the game. And that's what today's game. They played to win the game. They didn't play to lose.
Can I add something to that, man? Speaking of intensity, I knew from that first defensive series that bye week had that team very reinvigorated.
Mm-hmm.
They came out there like their hair was on fire. You could literally just feel the energy from them, man. They came ready.
Mm-hmm.
They were ready for war.
Wow. Yeah, man. Hey, like this is the point of the season right now where you got to be on your P's and Q's. And like you said, this game right here, you want to see a little bit more of the balance, but because the running game was working so well, like you said, this is why they ran the ball 41 times out of 62 plays. This is why you saw that. Like you said, you want to see a little bit more balance, but like you said, whatever the game dictates that you need to do, that's where you have to continue to do it. Like you said, turnovers involve a weapon. Don't need the turnovers. Penalties, we don't need the penalties. But like I said, we have to continue to play these games as if we have everything in the world to lose.
Hey, K-Style,
we'll be all right.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
What we really need to do is how you say that passing, that's fine. That run game is what we need to hone in on for one specific reason. As you go, let's just say we win the rest of these games, we go into the playoffs. That right there is going to be a staple of you winning them games. And you want to get these guys heavily entrenched on, okay, if all else, we're going to run that ball on whoever we play.
Right.
Because you can't get cute in the playoffs. You got one shot to get it right.
Oh, no.
Hell no.
So if they see the Falcons run game and they like, oh, we got to play them and they run the ball, you need to make sure that that's established going into the playoffs.
Right. Like you said, you just continue to play what the defense gave you.
Yep.
And that's exactly what the Falcons did today. The defense gave them the run game. Falcons took the run game. Hey, that's what I want to see. But we're going to go ahead and wind it down. Like I said, y'all going to get part 2 of the post-game show over on Atlanta Falcon Nation over there. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and tune in to that. You may see Night Ride over there as well. This is the preview right here. So until next time, people, man, y'all go in over there. We ain't here to play. We here to stay.
Oh, yeah. Dig it.
You ain't got to go home.
Rondre always late on stuff. Like,
but you got to run the damn ball.
Clobbering time.
Of course, he throw that at the end, talking about clobbering time. Hell no. Lord. Oh, boy.
These